I think I invented a healing build. So am I going to claim that I'm immortal with this? Sure. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? And this is going to sound insane, but hear me out here. What are balls anyway? Do we want to start with more basic damage, more crit damage, or cheese as a cool snack? Let's just get the basic blade, 1 more damage on all my balls. And we will get back to the topic of what are balls a bit later, but for now, we have a job to do in the forest. And we can just shoot through Mr. Slime because he spawns in with the transparency debuff. I'm not sure if we're going to get him in time to steal all his cash. He is the rich boy in town. And I am just a sneaky, up to no good goblin boy who wants to rob him. So I can make a lot of cash and I can spend it all on whatever Peglin is serving up these days. You never know. I don't even have a good plan to invest my money or anything. I just want all the money for me. And the slimes are kinda just collateral damage in this. Yeah, perfect. I killed him as the level ends, so he doesn't get to live and I do not get any cash. And I'm going to try to stop committing the ultimate sin. I will invest in a ball immediately. Big old 8 damage, 4 pegs. Strong start. And if I don't have any decent balls, I'm stuck with just the rocks. And they are not gonna be good enough. We are now in the big cool league in Cruciball 10. So it's a bit more of a challenge to science up a build that can deal with all the things working against me now. Do we want a ghost? A ghost, man. Ghosts have done well for me in the past, honestly. I think I've had at least 2 spooky ghost runs that went well. So we have a lightning and a ghost. What are we sciencing up today? A lightning mage in the form of a ghost? Or can we find something else that combos with a ghost? It's very nice to have a ball that can hit everything on the map already. Because again, now in the big leagues, everything has more health. I think I heal less, I get less cash. So it's a nice lucky start to already have some strong balls to bring into the Cruciball. And we will just have to navigate through the forest, all the slimes and the plants. The pesky sniper plants that blink away my health from range. We are doing things. Throwing balls. Sniping slimes. I dream of a bomb on these levels so that we can nuke the plants. Avoid the constant pick damage. Refresh is kinda borderline impossible and I'm gonna get slapped very hard for it. Let's do the bomb instead maybe. Big brain it a little bit. I think I have about 1 or 2 big brain moments in a run. Used one very early. It's like the lifelines in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You get 1 big brain shot, you get 1 big brain choice of relic, and you get hopefully 1 big brain, big ball choice as well, so we pick up something good, and I can actually make it out alive. The slimes are a little bit more aggressive now on Cruciball 10. I thought we would start with a Terror Ball now as well, but apparently that's later. So we're blessed with only the rocks that are not actually incredible compared to some of the other horrible things I've seen. And we also have this ghost and a lightning thing, so we are actually doing quite well. Can we get the bomb maybe with spooky lightning ghost boy? I'm just combining them, they are 1. Oh, I might actually make it out just fine here and not take any more damage. I feel like I've already been slapped hard enough. Sacrifice a rock to boost literally any other ball in the universe. Maybe not the Terror Ball, but yes, every other day of the week. Let me boost my other balls. Peglin, you have a cookie, I see. You also have the thing where I can skip a ball. That's also fantastic. Well, we set up some healing. That's a solid start. We get Mercircle or another Mercircle. Reload or through refreshing. I want more refreshes, but we only have 1 in this. So we can start with 2 Mercircle, which also stacks well with the blade. And then we can also boost the rocks even more. Okay, wow. The super rock build. Fantastic. I'm gonna sling rocks like you've never seen a rock slung before. Right through a slime bag. Look at that big old rock. It's a 4 damage now and 5 on a crit. I don't think I will be finding that many crits though. There's only 1 still. but with our newfound rock powers, I'm sure we can handle some slimes. It's only the green boys for now. 2 on the floor and a million more in the tree. And we don't actually have them a circle yet, because I already forgot that I have to reload to get that. So the lightning ball was still only a 2, but it will be bigger the next time when it's cycled through the entire bag and come back into action. Prime up a bomb for now. Look at this, I'm actually like thinking ahead a little bit sometimes when I happen to have the brain thing active before I do the shot. 4 damage on the lightning now. It also saps 2 things in a column. Very cool. 6 damage on just a regular level 1 old plebby pep ball. Also very strong, honestly. And the bombs sorting out the dude, and we are going to... Either he will just live. I mean, if I shoot him for 6 damage, he's gonna have a very good time. Ghost also, yup, just straight out. But either way, he was gonna live, or he was gonna die, and then the map would end, so either way, we don't get the money man this time either. I would have caught him if it wasn't for all these meddling slimes. And we get to choose slime. We have talked a lot about slime, we have fought a lot of slime things. Let's just pick up the slime power from the leftovers on the floor, scoop them up with my hands, carefully slap it over all my rocks, and I can pretend that they are now the cool slime balls what the scientist invents. And they will have special cool powers. Did we really not kill him that well? Like, what happened? Or is it just that he has a slime so he can just regenerate out of literally anything very quickly? Either way, he's back. And he's as bad as he was last time. But now I actually have some slime of my own on the map. Not very much, but it's me. I have 1 slime peg against the slime crusade that is coming from my face. I think they still want to eat me. I can't imagine what else would they do with the goblin boy. Ghost man. 5 damage now. I do need to hit more than 3 pegs, preferably, but I'll make do. This is why I end up taking so much damage. Because I do awful shots, do no damage, all the slime bags survive. They slap me 1,000 times, and then we get the bombs and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna have to recover from this somehow. And I think I can both financially and healthily recover from some slime shenanigans. Mr. Moneybags, Rainbow Slime dude. He's out and about again. And it's the same scenario. Is this the Groundhog Run? Are we just fighting the same slime thing? Being this super rich dude, get away with all... Oh, I'm gonna call it my money even though it isn't. He's just gonna get away again. We can invest in the lightning ball. We can get more bombs. Very nice. Explodable debuff. Let me have the bombs. We already have the ghost, which is fantastic for shooting many dudes in one slap. The bombs also hopefully means that we will have a nice and easy shield time. We can just shoot the ghost through everyone and blow up whatever survives. And then we can finish them off with a little bit of lightning magic. And combined, that will make a very, very powerful explosive ghost. Hopefully with chain lightning as well, so we can just zap everything. It's all nice in theory. Meanwhile, I'm throwing some balls, not paying attention. I don't know where I am, who I am. I'm in a forest, there are bats. I have 2 more circles. And there's some actual healing going on as well, which is cool. But that's a healing thing also. Deals unblockable self-damage. Heals. Okay, are we inventing a healing build here? We have the healing slime. We have the cookie. We have whatever this necromancer ball is. And we are going into slime bag round 3. This is just... he combined with a load of blue slimes, and this is the result. So what does this do? It slaps me first, sure. But then it heals me for more, and it damages him for the amount of healing done. Okay, that's a cool ball. It's another healing option. If you don't want Doctor, please, only do the good healing and save you. You can also have the Necromancer Nosferatu, whatever it was called. And you can get slapped in the face first for like 15 damage, and then you can heal it back. So even though it's technically worse to be slapped first, you kind of feel like you did something more because you were actually very injured before all the heal came in. And we can invest in that wall, of course, see what it does when it's a little bit stronger, a bit boosted. Sadly, I've missed out on most of the cash with that rainbow dude getting away. Was it 3 times? Think of all the money we could have had, all the investments we could have made, all the balls we could have bought. Maybe buy an egg. I don't know, with this dude, he exploded. So this is now gonna do more healing and less self-damage, and then we can invest in it again. Okay, I think that can actually be useful. And if we upgrade it again, it will also deal damage to all targets instead of just one. So we have a way to damage through healing. That's really a healing build brewing now. And we get some relics again. We have Cursed Mask, or some more damage with Confusion. Many refreshes, but we don't get back all the refreshes. But we have the cookies, so that's also a stacked Giga healing build. Or Haglin's random ball sack of wild shenanigans and hopefully some good balls. But you never know. So let's just do the healing thing. We have a healing build brewing. And I'll see if I can do a bit more big brain science and just make this into something insane. I don't think these castle nerds are prepared for a healer. They've never seen one before. Wait, they actually have healers on their team.
Surprise,
but they haven't seen a goblin healer, and they haven't seen me just out-heal everything they throw at me. Although they might not even live long enough to damage me. With my powerful ghost and lightning ball and the bombs, just deleting everything before they can act. Which is pretty cool. But I want to see what happens with these refreshes, because they tend to... You don't get all the pegs back, so you do run out of map if you really beans it. So that could happen. It's a little bit of a risk. Mirrors could be bad, because if I don't do enough damage I still have to slap myself in the face. But little did they know, I'm already used to that from the Nosferatu now that stabs me every time I use it. I can take the pain, bring it on, and I will just magically return to full health in no time at all. Bring me your worst. What could a mirror do that's very bad? I mean, they do reflect damage, sure. But if I shatter it badly, first of all I get the 7 years of bad luck, but I can also get 1,000,000 shards of glass stuck in my entire goblin body. But it doesn't matter if I have the powers of a vampire, with the cookie on the side. And the magical leaf. I'm gonna leave it up to your interpretation of what kind of leaf it is. But it's a leaf that somehow multiplies my cookies, so I have an infinite cookie jar. And in the jar I also have some rocks. I don't really know what this collection of random stuff is, but it's working. Full HP. Not when I slap myself with the healer ball. The damage on that ball is terrible though. And we shall see also, because if we can get that to stack up and do way more healing, will it also then do more damage? Or is there a cap? This is what we need the science man for, to really do the big brain work, figure out how all these things interact. That's really the challenge here. Can we use the magical leaf to glitch in infinite cookies? Can we slime up the entire map with slime healing pegs? Will that vampire ball eventually slap me so hard that I explode? And what other healing can we find? We need a doctor up in here for sure. Not the worst damage. And turns out you can reflect the ghost. So a little bit spicy, I think, but again, I'm a healer. What do I care? I throw my ghost, I throw my rocks. They stab me or reflect damage or slap me or eat my face, and I just heal back up to full. I don't have a care in the world. I think I can get on board with this healing build. Except again, look at the map. Well, he refreshed it with his magical staff. Kinda helpful. The one thing that could go wrong, the enemy just sorts out for me. Kinda hilarious. He's ruining his own day. Can we get one of those many refreshes? No, would have liked one before. Okay, again, he fixed it. He's playing the game for me. I'm getting like 200 healing, 300 maybe. But it only does damage equal to the amount it actually heals me. Okay, so overhealing does not count. That's a bit sad. There goes the one trick I had to make that into some kind of damage combo. Is there anything else that you can turn healing into damage? Because now that I am seeing myself as a healer, I'd like to do only healing if possible. But I don't think that's the case. More healing, corn or chicken. We get all the food things or more bulwark. Bulwark with healing would be even tankier, sure, but I don't think it would be as fun. It would block all the damage, and if you ever get hit, you just out heal it. Okay, double flame. Remember that thing I said about I get one big brain ball choice, one big brain relic, and one big brain shot? And those were the lifelines. Turns out you also get at least one burn in hellfire moment, which is the opposite of a lifeline, a death line. And it's probably the only way I can mess up this run, by just incinerating myself until there is literally nothing left. So a very nice goblin chef man gave me even more bombs, which I think is perfect for this build. Because even with the red bombs, we have all the healing in the Peglin universe. How could it possibly go wrong? Sure, blow up a million bombs. As long as it's not enough to one-tap me, I'm fine. When everything else is very much not fine. And with all the bombs, like half the map is bombs almost. More than enough to hit these dudes. And they didn't even bring their healer. Like, what are they doing? They are not up to their best game. And the bombs just... I'm not gonna say it's too easy, but it feels too easy. This is just famous last words. It's the first goblin healer class ever invented. In this game, at least. Blow himself up, or get eaten by his own ghost, or get crucified by his balls for failing the Cruciball. That is the penalty. And it should be all the motivation you ever need to not beans up the Cruciball. Healer versus healer, but this one healer has a rock. Again, I don't think he stands much of a chance. I don't think he knows. Peglin. Remove a ball, amazing. We have the most boosted rocks ever seen. But I still don't want the rocks, I want healing now. More choices, always cool. It's a little bit late in the run, but it might still be good. And I'm gonna grab a bulwark ball, mainly because I can. Oh, here we have the ghost of a Peglin who did get his balls crucified in the Cruciball. But he could at least use the last of his ghost power to boost my newfound ball. So, going into this boss fight, I am very... well, I'm not tanky, but I can take whatever damage happens and just heal it back up. But damage, my damage output, absolutely terrible. The lightning ball is cool and all, but I tend to get the crits with it, and it removes the circle buff. The buckle orb doing okay damage, and the rest is just rocks and a ghost. So this took, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes, something like that. But the healing aspect of the build is fine. Like the many refreshes with the cookie, very cool. I can stuff my entire face with as many cookies as I can find, and I just immediately spawn back more refreshes so I can eat even more cookies and heal myself back up. And popping the corn things, especially with the lightning ball where we hit many pegs. Also decent healing, but the star is really the vampire ball, like here going from 20 to 115 health in one shot. Because it also seems to scale with my circle and all that stuff like all orbs do. So we get even more healing out of it, which is cool. But I need something else to fix my damage, so this is going to take a million years. Okay, invest in the balls we have to get a little bit more damage. Red bombs will be very fun here. Because again, if I don't one-tap myself by setting off a million bombs, which I'm unlikely to do when I don't have multi-ball, I think, or any bomb spawning shenanigans. But instead I want to pick up the chains to actually have some multi-balls and see if we can utilize the lightning ball better that way by hitting even more pegs and somehow remove the crit maybe, or just see how wild the healing numbers will go. At the very least, multi-ball means I will hit more pegs for the corn, and I will hit more refreshes for the cookie, and I will just eat as much as I can. It's gonna be it's a speed run for just eating all the snacks in the entire kitchen now. See if my stomach can handle it or if I will explode before the run is over. As fun as it would be to go for just one single ball being the entire build, it does not feel like a great idea to rely on one ball to carry everything. So we will see if the mine boys will pose any challenge. I am actually looking forward to the red bombs now, because we do have a few more bombs on the map. So it's not gonna be any crazy amounts, but it's just gonna be nice to blow everyone up and I will not have to deal with the consequences for once. So we can go wild with that. And that should also speed things up. Because for now it's just... I'm eating away the map, sure, but we have enough damage to handle it before the map disappears. And we have 2 extra balls out of every ball we spawn. So we can hit the things we need. Damage does not feel better though, because multi-ball, yes, we hit more pegs, but the balls are nerfed. And because we run out of pegs, I think I'm actually doing less damage with my shots now in general. So it's gonna rely even more on the bombs. And then again, I'm gonna need more bombs, because these dudes in here are tankier. This is exactly what we are expecting to, like, throw everything at me. The entire mine population, all the bombs, minecart, Haglin's leftover stuff, my spare balls. You can get some pollution, more Circle, that could be good, right? There's also a refresh shield for more refreshing. More bomb stuff again would be nice, but we can't really control what we get. The Mushroom Gang and their buffs. They are probably going to be out buffing me easily here, but I don't think I will care. 12 shields, highest number I've seen. That ball is really not... Look at that bomb. That's a bomb throw. Enough to delete everything off the map in one go. That's what I want. More Circle, nice. We can be a strong boy. Boost those 2 pixel arms to 4 pixels, maybe 5 or 6. Pretty cool. Shield ball. Surely you can hit a lot of pegs here and we can get an actual number that matters. Okay, so it's definitely not bad, but it's not really gonna do much for this build. We don't need that. I've just picked up more balls for no reason. Healing thing, I don't really even need that now. We just need lightning bombs. The explosive ghost. And come back and be the star of the show. See how these invisible dudes, how long they live. Ghost, very, very well equipped to deal with this. It's just a long line of whatever invisible nerds they happen to be. Ghost man does not care. He will refresh. Buff me a lot. Look at all those Circles. Sadly, I don't think they apply until the next shot, do they? Or is he stacking up? No, it will be much higher than that, surely. Either way, again, Ghost, you have probably killed them all, I imagine. No. Okay, tanky dudes. Skip the rock. Ghost round 2. Of course, the damage is lower because we wrap this chain around our balls, so now they do half damage, but we have 3 balls. And this is going to sound insane, but hear me out here. What are balls anyway? In the Peglin world, I mean. They are the weapons we use, right? So are we just some kind of cool... Are we a knight? Are we here for a joust? With a... Instead of a lance or a sword, we have balls. So I need a squire to handle all my weapons. And I can just focus on the cool, fancy ball throwing. Squire, bring me my balls. But this is not the super bomb build I imagined, but we got more damage on bombs. Very nice. And a ghost man, well, we have one of those, so this is the ghost jewel of the century, opening with 3 damage. Very cool. Nice buffs though. We are buffing way faster now with the nice broccoli snack that we picked up. The 9 Circles already. We do have a load of refreshes. Again, lightning ball. Definitely the best ball for hitting many pegs, but having just 3 balls in one shot is like 3 balls for the price of 1. And however many refreshes we are, of course we're going to hit lots of them. 15 Circles. So this is probably now making up for the half damage balls we have with the chains. Sure, half damage balls, but already having 3 balls is immediately better, and then we buff them by 17. Do we want a multi-ball on top of all the madness? Sure, I mean, why wouldn't I? Multi-ball is always amazing. It's not really on the healing train, is it? Whenever you heal, deal damage to people, that could also be cool, but we have already established that it only heals based on the number that actually is restored to me. So if I heal 40, it will damage 40 times 3. So yes, it was a mistake not picking that thing up, but I did what I did. I'm a grown goblin knight and I will stand by my decisions even when they are awful. Plus it gives you guys an opportunity to look incredibly smart on the internet by correcting me on my terrible choices. So what would you change in this build? What would be better? Let me know. What will be better for this build, other than more bombs so we can get some speed up in this thing? Well, the main reason I picked up the multi-ball is that we have 3 balls anyway, so we can get the 3 balls to a triple multi-ball. We should hit all the bombs in no time at all. With the extra bombs we have, that should pretty much one-shot any map. It's 210 healing, but I'm only actually healing for 16. That's a bit of a shame, but I'm assuming that would be just broken if you could. I think I've had over 1,000 healing at some point with a million eggs, and that would just do 2,000 damage into everything on the map. That's a bit wild. Invest in the multi-ball, yes. Always invest in your balls. The most critical tip in Peglin history. And then we can burn in Hellfire. Only once though. The Shane's usually pretty bad for that sort of thing. This is where I incinerate myself, but then again we don't really care because we are a healer. We want the offer. That's more healing, right? But also less max health. So now I have the potential to blow myself up. Amazing. We're going in with a big old gamble for the finish. Shield ball. Do I care? Yes, I guess I do when I have so little health. And triple shield ball. Okay, now I've ruined the healing build by going shields. Although I am healing with every few pegs still. A lot of damage. Bunch of bombs. 99 shields. Come at me, square boys. I have no idea really what they are. Multi-ball. Could have been cooler. I could have invested once more in that ball. Getting some circles from all the refreshes we hit. Why are we fighting a bunch of squares? I'm probably missing a reference here. Lightning. So now I want to throw the lightning out the map, but that was a huge misplay as well, because I want these dudes to live so we can try the ghost maybe, or at least get the healing ball in once for the... It's not gonna be the finisher because it doesn't have any damage, but just to see if we can get a big old number. Ghost, very strong against this boss. Those are some healing numbers now, combined with the newfound dark power we have, the corn and the cookie. But the biggest problem we have is still the crit. With multi-ball we hit the crit and we actually have 7 times less healing than we could have had on this vampire ball. So the numbers exist, it's just that we can only heal a maximum of 57 with the health I have now anyway, so it's never gonna be good damage, sadly. And look at this fantastic anti-synergy with the crit, which of course with the multi-ball we are gonna hit the crit. And I nerf my damage from 13 to 2. Very cool. Actually not very cool, but funny at least. And farting around with all this stuff, they have actually eaten through my shield in basically no time. So this has been a very successful run. Actually very smooth all the way through. It's slow, sure, but it definitely works. Should be able to handle most of the Cruciball unless there is a healing nerf or something else coming up. But we beat Cruciball 10 with the build of a big old healing peg priest. I don't know if we will be seeing this build ever again, but it worked, it was fun. Thank you for watching.